Really? Oh, it really wasn't on. Okay. Anyhow, welcome back. Friday, end of the day. We got a situation. Let us start fresh. Okay, yeah, I can see it now. There's always a situation. Train wreck in progress, but that's alright. We're going to do the best we can with it. Okay, so we got the bird's eye view cam up here. I'm just going to point. We have, you can kind of see it, we have a desktop over here taking the place of this desk. So this desktop was brought in. It's from 2009. In good conscience, we could not, I mean, we probably could have fixed it, pulling a bunch of capacitors and testing stuff on the motherboard and sent it back out, but that's not, it's from 2009. It's what, 10 years old as is. How much longer is it going to continue to run Windows before it ages out? It's an old AMD processor. So this was brought in completely dead. The hard drive may or may not function. We haven't got to that yet. This is the computer over here. This desktop is the one to replace it. The customer, she brought this down for us to replace it. However, upon trying to boot, it blue screens a few times and then gets to a Windows screen with the spinner and just sits there indefinitely. So we got to find out what the issue is. We pulled the hard drive from the one that she wants to run. We're going to go ahead and throw that into the all-in-one computer over here, into the toaster, and see what can possibly happen with it. Does the hard drive function? Is it just is it malware or something? So we're going to get an external scan running on it, provided that the hard drive mounts. It does mount and spin up. It's noisy as... Okay, so we need to format the disk in drive G before we can use it. Do you want to format it? Cancel. Let's it's saying we need to format it, but it is showing up. Let's get a scan running on it from Windows Explorer. The easiest way that I know of, if you have Defender or Malwarebytes and they both cover different things, you could run a scan with either of them. Is open up your Windows Explorer, point to the drive in question. So we got, okay, so local disk G is the one that needs formatted. It's showing like there's nothing there. We have local disk F. Let's get properties on it. It is 563 gigabytes out of 750, and G may be like a recovery partition or something. We're going to take local disk F, right click on it, and then scan it with Malwarebytes in the context menu that pops up. And there's that. Let's move on back to this. We'll get this hard drive dock out of the way. We'll see how that fares. Best case scenario, I think G would be a system partition for Windows. Maybe it's recovery on the disk. If anything, we could possibly get the data, and I think we're going to have to reinstall Windows. Let's move our Sony into place and see if it's going to attempt to work today. It may not. This is slow to boot to the desktop. So we will find out what its issue is. We're going to get some power to it, power it on, and then take a listen. So he said the Acer screen comes up right away, which it would. It's a splash screen, and then it takes forever to load to a desktop. So possibly infected, possibly aging / failing hard drive. We don't know yet. Or infected. We don't. Hard to tell. Could be something overheating. Okay, we got to the Windows screen quick enough. And we need to look for a password. Alright, give me a moment. We got to type the password in. That's a simple password. I think that may be it. On top of that, just trying to make some more room here. We're going to do some other work, I think. I think it calls for some other work today. We have a super noisy hard drive in this. One thing you can try, and not saying it's going to work wonders, but the one thing to always try that I would say before you just assume malware, assume infected, assume whatever has gotten into your computer, take and open up File Explorer, right click on the drive, go to Properties, go to the Tools tab, and System File Check on that, and then it's probably going to tell you that it can't, whatever message, you can't lock the drive while it's in use or da-da-da. If it's plugged in, if the drive you're scanning is plugged into another computer as an external, you can run it. Usually when you're booted to it, it can't run. It has to do it upon a reboot. Do that. Open up a terminal. I think we should be able to, let me show you this. This should be a quick, let me move first. Let me move. Alright, we're there. We'll go over to the LCD. So if you hit, what is it, your Windows key, type CMD, you'll get that. And then I think if you hit Control and Shift, or no. We want CMD. Wrong one. Sorry, my bad. We want the Windows key plus R. CMD. Is that, nope, never mind, that's the wrong one. It's not going to work. You want to just simply search CMD, then Control Shift and hit Enter, and it should open up your administrative command prompt. So let's go over that again now that I actually remembered it and I'm not being a fool. So we're going to go down to type in our search box, type CMD. You see that it brings up command prompt. You can go, if you're a mouse person, you can go up and right click and run as admin. Or if you're a keyboard person, you can literally hit Control Shift and then Enter, and it will open that up as administrator. And this is where you would come in to do an SFC space / scan now. The slash is the one on the question mark, whether that's forward or backward, I don't know. I call it slash. Oh, give me a moment. One of the bosses is calling. Hello?
Hey. Question. Were you guys the doctors today? Now, does that pay for your everything or not with your card?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. I have a $1 copay.
Oh, that's it?
Okay,
I need to find out. Okay. Do you, off the top of your head, know the number over there? Or not?
What? So my mute, but it wasn't working. Ah, okay. Anyhow, let's get back to it. So that would be how you open up a command prompt. I was asked about insurance. Yes, I have insurance. I mean, it covers some stuff. All right, let's see. We'll check our scan results real quick while we're here. Okay, so far, not good, nothing. It seems like we got to a desktop fairly quick. So we'll switch back over to the Sony cam. And just listening to this laptop, the hard drive in it is fairly noisy. Like, 9/30/2018. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and get a drive plugged in. Let's see if we can keep it out of our way where we're going to be working. We're going to slide this up out of the way and get a few scans running on it. It is reading the drive. I don't think we can really see anybody's info, so let's go ahead and we'll send this over to OBS as well. Man, the clicker on this mouse pad it's either really light or really crazy. It's definitely, everything you do is a click and wait type of action, so. As you can see, the few clicks that I did on Windows Explorer are, yeah, they're taking forever to come up. So we'll get me out of the way. Let's go ahead and close this. I'm going to say, wow, even clicking to close stuff takes, the whole thing just literally crashed. All right. Like, we have a mouse cursor and a black screen. You are literally seeing the same thing that I am. Wow. Oh yeah, let's go here. So yeah, that's the same. That's what I'm seeing. Same thing as you. So this thing has some issues. What it is, we don't know yet. We got to run further down that path to explore it. We're going to unplug it from the OBS source though, that's for sure. And it seems like the display might have been what didn't help. I don't know. I unplugged it and I got Windows back, so something was crashing. Let's go ahead and we're going to start with just a few basic scans that you can do to. Now, clicking on my USB drive once I'm in Files Explorer, it is acting a little bit more lively. It is a USB 2.0 drive, so it's running at USB 2.0 speeds. I'm going to hit no because I don't think that was a command prompt. Right click and run as admin. ADW, just those basic first couple scans that I run to try and get the system running a little bit better, and then we go in and do further work. We have 0 results on the big hard drive out of that one so far with what's being scanned, and running ADW on this one as admin is not working out too great so far. We're going to try and open up a phone quick. Who am I kidding? It's never quick, but we're still going to try. Oh. And here we go. Through the PlayStation. Alright, so ADW did open up. I'm going to tell them that we agree. Okay, so something's definitely going on. Windows Security Center is shut down. Oh, wow. I'm just gonna click open. I can't click open until I put in an email. Is that what the deal is? Alright, let's give this a few moments. Alright. Friday, crazy, remember. Okay, so it looks like ADW. We need to give it an email. So I guess they want to see what you're doing. ADW, cleaner. You used to be one of my favorites. Are you spying on your people now? You spying on who's using you? Alright, let's do it. Get back at it. Can we click open now? Is this a possibility? Yes, it is. Let's do this scan. See if it finds anything. Malwarebytes has not managed to pull anything from the hard drive from the old HP. Now let's go into a little more detail about this way older desktop that we have over here. Okay. The one, it's a shame that it's hooked up or I would just literally unhook it and get it out of the way. So we're going to keep that there and just talk for a moment. This computer is from 2009. It's going to be 11 years old real soon. It's already 10, working its way to 11. Coming back over here to this desktop, which you can't quite see. I can't move my camera, maybe a little. That desktop over there. It's from 2007. So, moving to an older one. I don't know what you want or who you are. So we're going from a 2009 computer all the way back to 2007. Like, really? I guess. But we thought it worked when it came in. We were told that the 2007 model here worked, and we needed the data from the 2009 model to put on. At a certain point, to quit, you got to quit patching up old computers. I believe, this is opinion strictly, you got to quit patching up old computers and go with something a little newer. Even if it's used, if it's new to you but used and it's a few generations newer than what you have, it is going to work so much better. So we're going to start the preliminary opening of our friend here, the Galaxy S8. This is going to be fun. We need a couple tools and that thing should warm up and start. Huh. Where are the knobs? I know where they went. Okay, so we got two of these goofy let's get out. I think we could use a playing card and maybe a pick. Perhaps we could use a pick. Use that one. Is that a, yeah, that's a full one. I don't think we could use that. Alright, it's 409. We have ADW running. It did find some stuff. Malwarebytes, what are you doing over here? You trying to let the computer go to sleep? Still found nothing, but it's just doing its typical Malwarebytes behavior of spin, spin, spin while it looks for stuff. Going through the file system. Let's send this into a reboot and see if it comes a little more to life. So we have a couple things. Hello. Hi. One if it does what you need it to do, that's all it needs to do.
Yeah,
It
definitely better use of.
doesn't matter how old it is.
I don't think that there is a password on. In my name was the original, was like the main account on there, but I put my cell phone number on that paper.
Okay.
Just in case something, if you have to call, just call and ask me, because that's definitely the fastest way to get hold of me.
All right.
I didn't get signed because I think it was as soon as you turn it on the update.
I think that is what has been happening since it started. I don't even think it takes you to the main home screen.
This happened to Ethan, and he just got back to that.
Alright.
Alrighty, guys. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
You too.
Alright, so let's get some air temperature up. I didn't want to turn up my hot air, would have it blowing right on the customers. So we're going to put some hot air. We're going to start in the classic spot to start with these. Get our suction cups on. We're going to try and pry back a little and get our playing card under to start cutting the adhesive. Always fun opening these glass back phones. When you're up at 480, we're going to try and stay away from, you may see the bench light on fire with a little spark. We're going to try and stay away from the wireless charging coil and just basically start on this end for now. Let's see. That is definitely hot to the touch. Let's get our suction cups on, and what you want to do is you get them on there, and basically you have it setting, and you are literally trying to get the end to pry up just the slightest bit, the glass back. You want it to pry up just a little, enough to get a playing card in there. But it's not as easy as you would think. I mean, it never has for me. I know they make the suction cups that will stick on with the tile, and that's the damage that we are replacing. So it's 417. I doubt we even get into this today, but we're going to be back here tonight working on it. Maybe we'll do a live stream of it. Who would want to see that? If there's anybody that sees this and wants to see it, comment below. Is this great content? Is this what you love? To see a guy cooking a cell phone with a heat gun? Alright, let's try for this. Again, we're going to try and get, like I said, we just need a little bit of lift. Enough. And it's a pretty tight fit on the S8. With the housing the way it is definitely a super tight fit here. So, and you don't really have any room to pry. I can tell you that. With like a metal tool that I've found. I've never torn apart an S8 Plus. I've done an S8, an S7 Edge, and an S6, and an S6 Edge. And you pry even a little on these glass backs and they are just done for. This one's already cracked, so it shouldn't matter, but I still want to take it off with as little breaking as possible. So we're going to give a lot of actual heat to this bottom edge. I want that adhesive to cut loose. Right, so this just now come up from booting. How warm are you? You're pretty warm. That should definitely cut loose right now. Let's see. We're getting any lift on it at all? No, we are not. You can't even see it. What we're trying to do is get that glass back just to lift a little. I don't have one of the lock-on suction cups, which would probably be beneficial to have. I had a cheap one and it broke. Okay, so it is lifting a little. We're going to go ahead and put some more heat on this bottom edge. One thing to take note of is if you get too much heat where the wireless charging coil is, excuse me, you can definitely, it seems like it tempers the adhesive that holds it down, and it breaks and rips the coil open. So you want to avoid getting too much heat there. Yeah, this is still not being friendly. Super hot, but it is a super tight fit in there. We may need to. I was hoping we didn't, but if we need to, we need to. Alright, after all that heat and pulling, you can finally start to see that barely right here I have the back coming up. Let's go ahead and pry. We're going to attempt to pry on that and get a card in there. Once you can get a card or something super thin in, you have a chance at actually getting the repair going. Yeah. Camera, stay in focus. Don't have to lock it. I'm going to lock the focus so it's down here. Not hopeless, but last go round, and if not, we're not going to try and hurry it any. We'll come back to it. Come back to it tonight. So oh boy, that didn't even hold on. Do I have reason for concern? Okay, it's definitely lifting. We're going to try and get it to lift and get our playing card to go in and start cutting away the adhesive. Why do I really have to do this with two hands to get that thing to lift? Nice, slow, steady pressure. Yeah, it's going to take two hands. Okay. See, look. It's harder to do that, to get focus, you stupid thing. It's harder to get that little spread to appear there when it's laying down than you think. Alright, it's on there. That and getting even pressure so the doesn't pop off the suction cup. And we almost have a corner in. Finally. Okay. And we didn't even capture it on camera. That's alright. It's okay. We can we're gonna pry this up just a little more. We got that corner in, and we're going to put some heat to this thing and cut this back loose. Will it be enough? Who knows? And there's always that one point where the card likes to rip. Don't stick back down. I should have left something in there. Should have left something in there. Let's go ahead and we'll leave our pick in there to keep that corner up. And we're going to start working our way around. Even though this is broke on the corners, I fully expect the corners aren't going to come off nicely. However, I think it's safe to say that we're going to get it off of there, and then we'll be able to do the tear down on this tonight. We'll actually see one whole device worked on in one day and completed, which is, it's not rare, as in I've never done it. It just, I try to keep this as real as possible from a person doing the repairs like this standpoint. Like, if you get something and you don't know what the problem is with whatever device you're working on, and you open it up and find out, I'm just an individual. I don't have a warehouse or a storefront or a place of, retail. Now I gotta order an HDMI encoder IC for a PS4. Well, I don't have one of those. That's how I try to keep the repairs as real as possible. And that, you open it up, you find out what's wrong with it, and then you replace it. Some of these can be very stubborn sometimes. The only thing to take note of on this is the wireless charging coil pack is closer on this side than it is to this side. You have a little bit of room. If I can find something to point with and not look like a dummy. Of course, nothing. Okay. So your wireless charging coil pack is about here coming from this side, and over here it's literally right in there. So you don't want to slide into it, cutting it with the card. You want to try to see, look right there. Look, I'm going to show you why a broken back. Any pressure whatsoever, and if you already have a cracked glass back, when you get to any of the little cracks, any little chips in the edge, it's done. Consider it done from there. So we kind of can't even go any further there. It might cut a little further. I doubt it. It's probably going to hit. Oh no, it went under it. But, like, not great. Then we have some more cracks there. Do we still have heat in this? Yeah, we do. I don't think we're going to get much further with that card there. I don't think we're going to get much further, so we'll put that under and we'll take this out. Come out of there, you. We're going to try and keep our picks where we've cut the adhesive loose. And we'll go with, we have one final corner that we should be able to run around this remaining part with. So let's go ahead, we're going to put some heat right here. And there come the glass chips coming off. That broken corner. And I think that's it. I think we just cut the back off of this. If we can make this last little run, probably not. No. Let's go again. Go a little further in. Get out of here, playing card. Alright, we're going for a new card. Once the corners are done, they're done. But we have this one that perhaps still has some cutting ability to it. Not enough. Not enough. Let's move our pick down just a little. We're going to put some heat there again quick and cut that loose. And I got asked the question I've never been asked before about, like, for a phone repair, and I gotta say it was definitely a unique take on it. And I'm not making fun of the person, believe it or not, but it was literally like, how do I want to say it? Just when I was like, yeah, we're gonna put a new glass back on it, it's got some cracks in it. It's not going to come off without breaking, and I mean, we could probably try and seal the busted one back down, but that's not work we're trying to send out of here. He was thinking we're trying to run the bill up higher and higher, just keep adding parts on and stuff. It's like, no, that's figured into the cost of the screen replacement in case of it breaking. And in your case, you already have some cracks and chips. As careful as I was, it's still cracked. So, yeah, that's kind of what it is whenever it's already got cracks and breaks in it. Anyhow, yep, there goes another one. Let's try. We just need to cut loose this one last part. Come on, quit fighting me, Samsung. What is your deal? Why don't you like me? Did it get loose? Do we have any cables connecting you? Yes, there is one. We need to be very careful. We have the fingerprint sensor in there. That's one thing you want to be careful of by having the card go in not too far. Is that fingerprint sensor. There should be a way. How does it come out? Can we literally press it out? No, I don't think we can. But we should be able to open this thing. Open it like a book, possibly. There is a way to open it. I just don't. Okay, so it did unclip. Thankfully, it unclipped. There's our fingerprint sensor. There's our phone. We got the wireless charging coil. And like I said, it is close. It is closer to this side than this side. So, there we got the phone opened up. We're going to do a tear down on a Galaxy S8 Plus. Expect that tonight. You know, yeah. Are you actually going to focus? Are you actually going to focus? Can you follow the phone? Can you focus there? Of course you can't. You're just going to stay a big ball of blur. Alright, overall not too bad. Not phenomenally great, however. We did get a couple cracks. And it was just because of it being broken in the corners. We had a chip here, a couple chips on this corner, and a couple on this one. And this one cracked significantly less than this side. We got a big one there and a big one here, and then one that way. Other than that, we got the whole bottom off with ease. With ease. Anyhow, that's that. Let's give a final check in on our computers, and we got to clean up and get out of here. We're going to the day job at night. Where's the bird's eye? We're gonna flip the Sony cam off. You know what? We'll turn it back on for the time being. Anyhow, heat gun down. So gonna turn the temp down, fan all the way up to cool it off before I leave. I got it. So we had 16 items fixed, 66 items detected and some removed with ADW cleaner. Extremely likely to recommend it to a friend. After that, we're going to run 2 more tools quick. Arkill, JRT, 2 good tools. Do they work 100% with Windows 10? You know what? I don't know. They seem to do something still. I suppose I could see exactly what they do and see how it applies. But I know some tools have aged out, like MBR check, not very useful on Windows 10. I think Malwarebytes is just a good company overall. They make quite a few good tools that I've used for a long time. Alright, let's go turn the air down. Gun's cool, I'm going to let it finish blowing for a few minutes to finish cooling down the element in the hot air gun. We have that running. Our check disk, I do believe, did finish on the desktop hard drive. However, did it? The drive was scanned, successfully scanned. Drive, no errors were found. Close. Okay, so it's reporting this drive as a good drive, but it's not. It's not good. It does not boot whatsoever. I do believe it's missing the system partition, the one labeled as system that can show up in Windows Explorer. It's normally hidden, and certain Windows updates did take and show that, like show it as another partition in your system. So that's where we live. We're going to see reboot and select proper boot device or insert. Are you not reading that SATA cable? Is that your issue? Let's try it now. Seems like it wasn't plugged in. Alright, preparing automatic repair. So the little bit we did do has it going to a preparing automatic repair screen, where before it simply blue screened and stuck on the Windows spinner. Is it going to repair itself now? I don't know. Diagnosing your PC, it looks like it may. We will let that desktop over there do that. We'll finish this. The LCD swap, one bad thing, it's not a bad thing, it's just a time-consuming thing, is you can offer different tiers of repair to people. Some shops don't even offer it, but it's a different colored frame, so it's not going to be a black frame. And then it is also all the small parts you need moved over, like the sensors, the mics, the camera, the headphone jack. All of that needs swapped over into the new display. So we're going to do that tonight and get this going. So stop back then if you want to see Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus display be swapped in, or just want to hang out. I think I am going to try and open up the chat. Alright, I call it good right there. Anyhow, thank you for hanging out, watching this. If this is your thing, share it, like it. Share this, like this, and get it out there. If you know how to do this stuff, give somebody a hand doing it. If you're learning to do it, keep learning. It's always changing. It's not going away. I mean, aside from an apocalypse or something like that. Don't want to incite panic or fear, but it's possible. Anything's possible in the world today. Yeah, thanks for coming over and hanging out, clicking that link. Have a good Friday evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Certainly it is one of those, so enjoy it. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it.